Eternity quick review. I must preface this by saying it is a lot better than I ever anticipated. I was worried that it was just going to be a full-on rom-com, except I did not feel that way. I felt like this movie told a good story, it allowed you to buy into the characters, but it also ultimately flowed very well where you didn't feel like you were going to be extremely bored or over-romanticize everything on the screen. Now, this film stars Miles Teller, Elizabeth Olsen, and Callum Turner, and it focuses on the afterlife. The afterlife, you have 1 week to choose where you're going to be, where you're going to spend, quote, eternity. But this turns into who is Joan going to pick to spend eternity with? She has Luke and she has Larry. Luke was her first husband that died in a war. Larry was her most recent husband that she has built this successful life with on Earth or outside of the afterlife. Now, as you sit and watch this, I have to say the story actually makes sense. The simplicity in the storyline gives you the opportunity to buy into what you are seeing on the screen. The characters are relatable. There are a lot of times in our current world that we live in when you're interacting with people, you're going to have these type of relationships, but you're also going to see in this movie where each of them are trying to prove to Joan that they are the one that she should be with. Now, I have to point out, even as good as I think this movie was, because it was a lot better than I anticipated, I feel like the middle of this movie kind of drags. And ultimately, it begins to start becoming a little bit tedious. But then I will say in that middle slump, it does achieve getting out of it and still keeps this thing entertaining. So Eternity does release very soon. If you have a chance to see it, this is one that would be good for a date night. Or if you're just looking for a movie to see, it is at least worth the watch one time.